We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers sit 8-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Fields finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Good work that time to get them to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. The Fields going to take this himself. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, first down. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. Now an option play on second down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. To throw is Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man layup. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively. And then they got hit with that big play.
First down, Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball to the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 24, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's got him in, complete. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give up the middle. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 16-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. In motion right is Smith. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And again, it's Prescott. Flushed out right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
One play action, Fields.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Off play action. Fields.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Fields.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Smith will come in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On first and 10, here's Fields.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, Prescott again. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Prescott on first down. And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Prescott. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Pollard is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
24. Chargers 20.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Running on first down, Eckler. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
First down, and they stick with Eckler.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
10 more yards. That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
Here's Fields. That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. The tight end in motion right.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Second down and goal. Fields. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Yeah,
now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
It's your burst from this year.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit strong. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
You couldn't use no bonus.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that girl that used the pancake won.
Pollard again. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action now. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Big third down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer.
Fires a slant, completes to Tolbert.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
They're running. Come on. Come on.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 31 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front in the 4th quarter. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw it in deep.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
All eyes on Fields.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40-yard line.
Here's Fields.
He's got Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Downfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just too much air on the ball, and that's a missed opportunity in a game where you don't have many opportunities left.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He's back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
To throw, Prescott. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fields trying to throw for it.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will get the ball back and be touchdown. And with that, this game is over.